mistake. I can't make a mistake. I can't make a mistake. I have to play perfect. And invariably, you end up making mistakes. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a very interesting comparison and pretty accurate.
You have to jumpstart this game. You have to get off to a good start. What do you think, Ray?
I think it's a pretty good assessment. I think that you do tend to, the Patriots do tend to make you question a lot of your moves. I think they make you tentative and
Right.
make you second guess a lot. Curtis Martin this year I thought made a really interesting analogy. He said playing the Patriots is like it's like playing a chess master. That you're so afraid, you're more afraid of making the big mistake and leaving yourself open for checkmate than you are trying to make an aggressive move and win the game by yourself. And I think teams do fall into that trap.
And the one piece on the board that you can't really do that with is the quarterback. If the quarterback decides to run on certain design plays, you just have to physically beat him to the yardstick. And that's what McNabb's going to have to do 2 or 3 times in this game, is get to that yardstick before they get to him.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, Eagles.
Thank you. That was very good stuff.
The point about McNabb is a good one, and I do think the other player that can give you that capability is Westbrook, because he does line up in so many different places. He fills so many different roles in the offense that what he can do is he can make an active defense, which is what the Patriots are, reactive, because they will have to worry about where he is from down to down, and they have to figure out where he is before they can decide what they have to do. And if you can get that little bit of an advantage, even if it's a little bit of an advantage, any little bit helps against this team.
Hey, Ray, it's an adorable thing?
What's that?
A 1-year-old baby in a Brian Dawkins jersey. See that little girl over there in the Dawkins jersey? That's the sweetest thing. Look at that.
That's very cute.
Hey, you like that?
I like that.
No, she's laughing. I thought she was crying there when we pointed to her, but she's laughing. That's a cute thing. Ken, you're on 610 WIP.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey,
Hello,
Kenny.
how you doing, guys?
We're good.
All right, got a question. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, will Tom Brady still be the best quarterback in the league?
Well, it depends. It depends on how you define it. There are people that would tell you today that Peyton Manning's the best quarterback in the league, based on the numbers.
Yeah, he was the best until he got beat, exposed.
Well, I don't know about being exposed. You can't. You look at what he's accomplished.
Right.
He hasn't gotten to a Super Bowl, and he hasn't played well against Belichick, but I don't think you can dismiss what he's done the rest of his career either.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the thing. You got to get to a Super Bowl before you consider to be the best. But I think Brady's going to be exposed in this game when the Eagles come down.
I don't understand exposed.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out,
Exposed
what do you mean by
suggests that he's a bit of a fraud. There's no way he's a fraud.
No, he's a quality passer. He moves around the pocket, got a good arm. He does his homework. You know what I'm saying? But
well, then what's the part that you're going to expose?
I got another.
But before you get to that, what's the element that you're going to expose?
Well, I don't think he's as good as everybody think he is. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me ask this question: How good defenses in the AFC? How many teams got good defenses in the AFC?
More than in the NFC.
More than the NFC.
No, more good defenses in the AFC than the NFC.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
okay. Then don't believe it.
Look at the numbers.
Please.
Look at the facts. The AFC is a stronger conference by far. there's no question about that. I'm not quite sure the point you're trying to make about Brady. What more does the guy have to do? What more does he have to prove? He's playing. He's playing at an incredibly high level. And the one thing that I've noticed about Brady this year, which I think people, if you haven't really been paying attention, might not realize, I think Tom Brady might throw the best deep ball in all football. The perception of him when he came out of Michigan and into this year was that he was he was not particularly strong-armed and ran a dink and dunk offense. Not true.
You know what he throws?
You look at him this year. He's throwing the deep ball great.
He throws like a 25-yard out pattern. Bang, on a string.
Yep.
I'm impressed by that.
Yeah. I know for the first couple of years they played a pretty high percentage short passing game. They created the impression that he was not a strong-arm thrower. Not true. This year, you look at some of the balls he's thrown. He's a very good long thrower.
I understand, saying that he's the Joe Montana might be a little bit early.
Yeah, you can't say that now.
But you do kind of see guys falling into roles, and there's a certain, I read this somewhere, I don't remember where, but there's a certain sense that Marino, Montana, is the equivalent of this generation. What you have is Peyton Manning and Brady as Marino and Montana.
I've read that. So, and I'm sure, Peyton Manning and Marino, neither one of them are thrilled with it because it makes it look like they're guys that put up numbers and never won big games. But I mean, I've seen the comparison made. But Brady is, what's interesting? Brady was, in the year that he came out of Michigan, he was the 199th player selected in the draft.
Wow. Sixth round, right?
Sixth round. You know who else was the 199th player selected in the draft the year he came out? Bart Starr. Similar kind of player in big games. Isn't that funny?
Yes. Mark, you're on 610 WIP.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Mark.
I don't know what everybody's all worried about. Do you know who New England had the hardest time this year against? Miami. And Miami's got the good cornerbacks, and they got the front four that can rush. You remember them two games? They just barely beat Miami in the first game, and the second game they lost.
They lost them in Monday night, yeah.
And we got three of them going to the Pro Bowl, so I don't see what the problem. I don't even think it's going to be close. I think they're going to beat them 35-17.
You're joking, right?
I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. I had one.
Why would you base what you know about this team that's won 2 Super Bowls and gone for 3 on 2 games against the Miami Dolphins?
First of all, the 2 Super Bowls they won last-minute field goals, and they weren't. I wasn't even impressed by them. They were great Super Bowls. Don't get me wrong, but they kept the teams in it.
How about 21 wins in a row, which is unprecedented in the history of professional football?
Now that's very impressive, but they don't scare me. They don't scare me one bit.
Well, they shouldn't scare you.
No, they shouldn't scare you.
But I don't know about blowout.
But give them their due.
I give them their due. They're great. Don't get me wrong. They're awesome, but I really, I had one doubt all season long, and that was the Pittsburgh game. The last 2 games that we lost, I don't even count that, because if we played them people in them 2 games, Cincinnati and...
Mark, I look forward to seeing you at the Super Bowl parade a week from Tuesday. And with an 18-point win, man, Ray, we're not going to have to sweat it out.
Mark called that one, what did he say,
35-17.
35-17. Hey, from his lips to God's ears.
You got it, buddy. WIP Sports Times 108.
Due to the recent snowstorm, Eckenhoff, Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and Cadillac are way overstocked. The previous dealer left too much inventory. The weather is making our job that much harder. Solution? These cars must be sold now. Hurry in to take advantage of these limited-time exclusive Eckenhoff offers. Factory financing as low as 0% for up to 72 months. Savings up to $10,000. These dealerships have now joined the Eckenhoff family tradition of sales excellence. Over 500 vehicles to choose from. Savings up to 10 grand. Due to the weather, Eckenhoff has to move this inventory now. Don't miss this opportunity at the newest member of the award-winning Eckenhoff family, Eckenhoff Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and Cadillac. 1750 The Fairway in Jenkintown. Call 215-884-4200. 215-884-4200. Eckenhoff Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and Cadillac. If you're not satisfied, we're not satisfied. All offers to qualified buyers, tax and tags extra. See dealer for details.
Birds fan, it's time to fly. Don't miss out on the big game in Jacksonville. Premier Sports Travel, a leader in sports travel, has your all-inclusive package to Jacksonville. That's right, they have your ticket to the biggest sporting event on the planet. Packages include round-trip chartered airfare, game ticket, transfers to the game, official souvenir, and more. Call Premier Sports Travel at 800-924-9939. That's 800-924-9939. Or log on to sportstravel.com. With prices starting at only $1,275, space is limited. So order your package today. Call 800-924-9993. Premier Sports Travel is committed to providing superior tours and making sports fans' dreams come true. Don't miss your opportunity to see the Birds play for their first World Championship on February 6th at Alltel Stadium in sunny Jacksonville. Same day and 3-night packages are available. Call Premier Sports Travel now at 800-924-9993. That's 800-924-9993, or visit them at sportstravel.com.
Hi, sports fans. This is 11-time national handicapping champion Wayne Allen Root coming to you direct from Las Vegas. During this football season, I picked 70 underdogs that won outright for my private clients, an all-time handicapping record that may never be duplicated. Today, I've spotted the strongest upset play of this college basketball season. Professional sports gamblers know the lines are really soft early in the year, but this game is truly off the charts. It's the surest upset blowout I've seen in my 19-year career, and it's free to all callers on a recorded message. It's my college mismatch game of the year, and it's so strong it's guaranteed to win, or the rest of the season is free on me. It's absolutely free right now on recorded message at 800-810-ROOT.
Wayne Root's College Mismatch of the Year is absolutely free on a recorded message, but you must call right now. 800-810-7668. That's 800-810-7668. Make the call and some cash. Call Wayne now. 800-810-ROOT.
So, I keep hearing it's all about the O. Well, I wanted to find out for myself, so I went to Overstock.com, and I found this big screen TV for 60% below retail. I got the perfect set of golf clubs, a tent. I even found diamond earrings for the wife. Every item was 50% or more below retail, and my order was shipped to my door for $2.95. Man, I can buy DVDs, books, CDs, most priced below Amazon. Who knew shopping could be so easy? Discover how it is all about the O. Overstock.com.
Dermarest, the psoriasis solution, asks,
what's complete freedom? It's an open road with the top down. It's my bare arms getting warmed by the sun. It's my bare arms without a trace of psoriasis.
That's complete freedom. Other brands only relieve itching and inflammation, but Dermarest Psoriasis provides complete relief by also removing embarrassing scales, allowing healthy skin to grow.
Healthy skin? That's complete freedom.
Try new medicated moisturizing foam shampoo and new grease-free scalp treatment mousse from Dermarest, the psoriasis solution.
Coming soon to a radio near you. Super Wing Bowl 13. The biggest Eagles pep rally ever. And if you're wearing Eagle green, you'll get in free.
Wait a minute. Everybody gets in free. Brought to you in part by U.S. Airways, the official airline of Wing Bowl 13. Canals, Bob and Ron's Worldwide Stereo. The New Deck Tavern. Camden Harley. Steven Singer Jewelers, the official jeweler of Wing Bowl 13. By Norristown Ford. By 800 West. By Ransom Cat. And by Molson Beer, the official beer of Wing Bowl 13.
Super Wing Bowl 13. Sports Radio 610 WIP.
All right. Glen Macnow, Ray Didinger. Here at Slacks Hoagies. And Ray, in about 20-25 minutes, we are going to, by the way, everybody who is in the Slacks in 25 minutes, please make sure you put your name in that, I guess that's like a fryer thing, the big jar. And in 25 minutes, Ray's going to pull a name out of the hat, and the name you pull out will win the autographed Donovan McNabb helmet.
It's quite a keepsake.
It is very nice, so we'll be doing that post-haste. Alan, you're on 610 WIP.
Come on, guys.
Hi, Alan.
Just a little background. I've been an Eagles fan. I'm 62 years old. I've been an Eagles fan since I was in high school back in the late 70s. I had season tickets. I lived in Camden. I used to take a bus and 2 subways to get up to Broad and Lehigh and then walk the 10 blocks down to Shire Park. Then I went away to college and I started tickets again in 66, and I've been a season ticket holder since 66. So we went to the game in the Superdome, and we did it on a one-day thing. We got up at 2 in the morning, took the charter, got there, they dropped us off, the buses were in line, and they said, this is where we'll be at the end of the game. Everybody went down into the Fred quarters, started drinking. Get back to the stadium, watch the game, really depressed. And by the way, what Ray said was true. There was nobody from Oakland on the streets.
It's really true.
There was nobody. I expected to go into the stadium and expect to see all Eagles fans, but there was a significant Oakland contingency. They just weren't on the streets.
That's right.
And
the players were. The Oakland players, you saw the Oakland players all over the French Quarter. You didn't see the fans.
I was only there on that one day, so I didn't get to see any of that. Anyhow, I'm sitting, everybody's depressed. We get back on the buses, and this is the conversation I hear from the guy sitting behind me. Yeah, man, I went down to the French Quarter, had too much to drink, got up, came to the game, passed out in the middle of the first half. Woke up at the halftime and saw everybody leaving, thought the game was over. Ran outside, couldn't find my bus, took a cab back to the airport, and the guy watched the game in the second half in the airport.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, sort of wasted a ticket.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with that. Okay.
That's the kind of stuff that happens in New Orleans. I mean, there are some people that get missing in action in New Orleans.
I think people will party hardy in Jacksonville. I think they'll make the game and not go unconscious.
Well, I hope that
the price people pay for Super Bowl tickets these days, getting drunk and passing out doesn't make a lot of sense.
It really doesn't. $500 face value in the tickets. But I do remember New Orleans in January of '81, and I remember everywhere you looked, there were just a sea of green. I mean, Philadelphia fans showed up in numbers that year, and it was a shame because that game unraveled so badly so early that they never really had a chance to get in it. But hopefully it'll be a different story in
We're going to have a
Jacksonville.
member of that team on later in this hour to talk about that.
Yep.
And what happened that year and how to avoid it. Bill, you're on 610 WIP.
Hello, Ray, Glenn, how are you guys?
Good, Bill.
Okay, first time, long time listener. I thank you for taking my call. Hey, me and my father are heading down to the game. Okay, we're staying in Orlando down in downtown Disney. All right, and
that's a trip.
Yeah. We're all right with that. My questions are, number one, you guys are going to be at the Radisson, from what I've been listening to.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding parking, to park, can you park at the Radisson to come to your tent?
I have no idea. I just don't know.
Okay. Then number two, what do you think the odds are of getting tickets down there?
I think they're better. I think they're actually decent.
Yeah, because I've been on eBay and everything, and some of the prices are crazy. And then you got these other guys from the UK.
This is one thing I've noticed. Well, and you got to be careful.
Oh yeah,
there
well,
because
I've already turned two of them in.
Yeah.
And warned other eBayers, and eBay has gotten back to me with thank you replies, etc.
Sure. One of the things I've noticed at big events like the Super Bowl,
right,
is right at the very end, right when the game starts, there's always tickets floating that didn't get sold.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's actually the time when you can get them for the cheapest.
Yeah. What I think I'm seeing, and tell me if it makes sense, is that there seems to be a lot of tickets out there still.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing: you got to really, really be careful buying tickets off scalpers because the counterfeit and bogus ticket market for these games is huge, and you'd hate to get stuck with paying $1,000 for a ticket. And if you get to the door, they have machines now that you have to put the tickets through, and they'll spot a phony ticket.
Scanners and such.
And you can and I'd hate to see somebody go down there and pay $1,500 or something for a ticket, and then you get to the gate and they tell you it's a phony. That would be no fun at all.
And you know it'll happen.
It's going to happen a lot. It happens at all these games.
Kevin, you're on 610 WIP.
What a glorious afternoon, gentlemen.
You betcha.
This is just, I wake up every morning and I say, holy mackerel, it's really us. It's just incredible. Just a couple of things. You guys talked about turnovers, and obviously that's always critical. There were three things that I thought were really key for the Eagles' chances, two on offense, one on defense. Offensively, I think third down conversion is really, really going to be important. I think they've got to hang on to the football for a while, and I think it's also going to help in field position. I'm thinking they have got to convert at least 50% of their third down conversions. And I also think, and I'm looking back at the couple of playoff games, I think red zone opportunities are going to be critical. They can't walk away with field goals.
Yeah, I agree.
They have got to put the ball in the end zone.
To beat the Patriots, who are a quality team, the Eagles have to play the A game. It means cashing in on your opportunities. And you're right. When you're inside the 20-man, you got to put it in the end zone. When you got 3rd and 2, you got to convert. I'm with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that I thought was really critical, and I've had an opportunity to watch the Pats a number of times this year, one of the things that I see is from a defensive standpoint is I think it's just absolutely critical that they shut down Dillon on first down. I think that the Pats are not as good a team when they are in certain, but particularly the Patriots are not. They are better second and short, third and short when they can dictate to you and you can't pin your ear back and go after Brady.
Yeah. It's a good point, right?
You got to be careful now. What you say makes a lot of sense. However, if you look at the play calling tendencies of the Patriots, they're not that predictable. I mean, Dillon was a 1,600-yard back, and he obviously got the ball a lot. But they aren't a team that runs it at you on first down every play. A lot of times they go max protect on first down and throw the ball deep. I mean, they do that a lot. The other thing that they do is they'll go 4 wide receivers a lot, spread you out, make you put your nickel on the field, and then they'll run at you. I mean, in addition to being really good, they're really smart, and they game plan extremely well. And what they try and do is they try and make you play their game. And if they can do that and they dictate to you, it makes beating them almost impossible.
Well, and they don't do anything stupid.
No, they don't.
They're not gonna beat 3rd and long and throw a foolish interception. they play and put their team in bad field position, their defense in a bad spot. They play very smart. We've hardly talked about Corey Dillon at all.
Right.
We talk about Brady. We talk about Belichick. As you just said, Dillon had a 1,600-yard season.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that think that he was their most valuable player this year.
I guess. I mean, to me, they got to 2 Super Bowls without him,
right.
So he's not the difference. But 1,600 yards is 1,600 yards.
The fact is, they're better now this year with him than they were in the Super Bowls they won without him. I mean, he's a legitimate running back. And the thing is, now, if they get a lead in a game in the second half, whereas in the past they used to have to continue with the short passing game to control the clock, well, if they get a lead in the second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, they have a big-time back that can just take the ball and pound it at you and take the time off the clock. They can play that game now, whereas they couldn't really play it in the past. You and the caller made a really good point about red zone efficiency, and that really is important. And the fact is, these are two teams, the Eagles and the Patriots, that are extremely good in the red zone on both sides of the ball. They're both very efficient offensively, scoring inside the 20, and defensively, as Eagles fans know this, stopping teams inside the 20, but the Patriots too. But I think in terms of teams that get those opportunities, the difference between getting 3 and getting 7, in the end, is likely to be the difference between winning and losing.
With Ray Didinger, I'm Glen Macnow. Slacks, Hoagies, Frankfurt Avenue in the Northeast. WIP Sports Times 122.
610 WIP. 48-month leases with loyalty on select models with approved credit. Tax and tags additional.
The incredible January month-end sell-off is now through Monday at Kerbeck GMC. Get up to 50% off. Open late every night. Kerbeck GMC Buick has over 500 excess new GMC trucks, Envoys, sport utilities, all new Buicks, and program vehicles that must go immediately, regardless of profit or loss. 04 Buick Rendezvous was over $26,000. Take 50% off. Or lease new Rendezvous as low as $129 a month. New 2005 Rendezvous, only $129 a month. 04 GMC Envoy 4x4 was over $32,000. Take 50% off. You pay $15,900. Or lease new 2005 Envoys, over $200 to choose, as low as $149 a month. That's right, new 05 Envoys as low as $149 a month. Kerbeck GMC. There's no place like it on earth. For details and directions, call 1-800. It's the incredible January month-end sell-off. Open late every night through Monday at Kerbeck GMC, Route 73, Palmyra, New Jersey.
Honey, switching to a Singular Nation family talk plan for the new year was so smart.
We added a line for only $9.99 per month. It's money saved versus our last plan with that other carrier.
We used to cringe seeing the kids on their wireless phones.
With Singular, we give them a high five.
Dude!
And oh my gosh!
Feels like money saved.
We can even add extra lines for only $9.99 a month.
And get unlimited calling to each other and to all 46 million Singular customers free.
Thanks to Singular and the money we saved, when I see Brian constantly yammering on his phone, I see us on an island vacation.
And when Jennifer spends dawn to dusk on her phone yapping away, I see early retirement.
Free mobile to mobile is a wonderful thing.
Hey, Mom, Dad.
Get back on that phone.
Okay.
Singular and AT&T Wireless have joined forces to bring you the largest digital voice and data network in America. Get a cool Samsung X427 color screen flip phone free after mail-in rebate card. Singular, raising the bar.
Some restrictions and other monthly charges apply. Available with select plans starting at $59.99. Phone price before $50 mail-in rebate card is $49.99. 2-year service agreement required. Coverage is not available in all areas. See Memphis store for details.
You're Molson, Broseph. Oh, we've stumbled upon a real party. The band is simply shredding. Look there. A man approaches the dance floor.
Tis like a sinking ship. Tragic, yet I cannot avert my eyes.
He has lost his ability to view himself as others view him.
He seems to have created a new dance, never before seen in our fair land. It can have no other name than the Woman Frightener.
Oh, no. The women flee as if being chased by plague-infested vermin.
Fear not, friend, for he has danced them directly to us. We shall buy those particular to a Molson.
Oh, they are beautiful. Remind me to thank that dancing man.
Be careful not to get too close. His dance fever is acute, like smallpox.
Molson, in bars since 1786. Imported from Canada by Molson USA, LLC, Golden, Colorado.
Go down to Kildare's, 826 to Call Pike tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for your chance to win a VIP ticket to Wing Bowl 13. There will be Molson drink specials and the wing eating contest. Kildare's, brought to you by Molson.
For this job, we're talking what? About 600,000 square feet of drywall?
Did you cost out the computers and the printers? What about the server?
In small business, there's no such thing as a small expense.
Well, when is our new ultrasound machine getting delivered?
That's why there's no preset spending limit on the card more small businesses rely on. With the American Express Business Gold Card, you have the purchasing power to buy whatever your business needs when you need it. And it's better than paying with checks, since you can keep the money for the purchases in your account until your card payment is due.
Starting today, we expand the menu. Starting tomorrow, we expand the restaurant.
The American Express Business Gold Card. Just one of the ways Open from American Express can help your small business succeed. Apply now and get a decision in 60 seconds or less. Call 1-800-NOW-OPEN or go to nowopen.com.
Purchases will be approved on a variety of factors, including account history, credit record, and personal resources.
Shot in the air. He got it. And the game is over. Iverson steals the ball. He's got a layup for the win. Are you kidding me?
Sixers Mavericks tonight from Big D. Hi, this is Tom McGinnis. Join us tonight at 8:30 as the 76ers take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks.
All right, we're back. Ray Didinger, Glen Macnow. Hey, we're out of the Wing Bowl, the VIP Wing Bowl tickets, so we're glad that we were able to give away as many as we could. But if you're coming to Slacks at this point, come for the delicious food. And in 10 minutes, we're going to be giving away the Donovan McNabb helmet in a drawing, but we are out of Wing Bowl tickets. Nick, South Philly, you're on 610 WIP.
How are you, Glenn?
Hi, Nick, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Ray, this is one of the longest of the long-time fans of this team. Ray, Nick's been following it longer than you even.
Well, good for you. Nick, you must be enjoying this.
Am I? This is incredible.
Were you there in 1960?
I was there in 1960. I was there in 1948.
Nick, you got to give
1947.
Nick, you got to give Ray the story about how you got to go to the game in the snowstorm.
Okay, you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Heard it.
Okay, I'm sitting in the VFW downtown. I was a charge member, World War II. So we're playing cards. So I said to one of my buddies, I said, put the radio, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, put the radio on, let's see if the game's on. Put the radio on, then they said the game was on. So four of us jumped in the taxi cab. We says, we don't care how much it costs. You got to get us to Connie Mack Stadium because the game is on. As soon as we arrived at Connie Mack Stadium, they gave each one of us a shovel to shovel the sideline markers so the umpires could see the 10-yard markers.
I know. Isn't that great? So he got to go to the game, I assume for free, Nick.
No.
Oh, no, they charged you for that?
No, they cost $6.
Okay. And he got to stand on the sidelines with a shovel. Isn't that great?
No, we didn't stand on the sideline, no.
Oh,
we sat behind the bench
in
left center field, right in back of the ball players.
I love that. You know, Ray,
I can remember Greasy Neal. Jack Franny dropped a pass. It would have been a touchdown pass. He dropped the ball. So Greasy Neal got a hold of him as soon as he came back to the bench. He says, the next time you drop a ball, he says, keep running. This was Greasy Neal.
Yeah, well, I want Andy Reid to do that with Pinkston.
Well, no, I don't have any qualms with Pinkston. It's just that I think the guy has good speed. He just has to run better patterns as a receiver.
Nick, I got to run, but give me your score for next week.
Okay. I'm picking the Eagles 21-17.
I like it. Nick, I love you, buddy.
I love you, pal.
All right, see you later. He's one of my favorite callers.
That was great.
He's a distinguished older gentleman, and he was a fan from 1947 and is still a fan.
That's tremendous.
Isn't that great?
It really is. And that, the player he mentioned, Jack Ferrandi, I mean, you'll never see a story like that again. Jack Ferrandi is a guy that never went to college. He was playing sandlot football in Philadelphia for the Seymour Athletic Club, and was playing, and they played it back in those days. The pro football teams used to barnstorm, and they played local amateur teams, and they played, the Eagles played Seymour AC. And Jack Ferrandi was caught like 12 passes, and Greasy Neal said, we can't cover this guy, we might as well sign him. And that's how Jack Ferrandi became a Philadelphia Eagle.
I'm telling you, Ray, you should write a history of the Eagles.
Maybe I'll think about that.
And you know what, Ray? Somebody should pay you a lot of money for you to write a history of the Eagles. How's that sound?
I like that idea. That's even better.
You know what's a shame is that half of what I just said is going to happen, and the other half isn't. And I know which half's happening.
And you can guess which half.
Andrew, you're on 610 WIP.
Gentlemen, first of all, what a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Our pleasure.
Nick Struth, the shovel was great, and that reminded me of last weekend. Kudos to the crew who were down there clearing out that stadium. They did a great job.
Yeah, they sure did.
They certainly did.
And speaking of a great job, this team, the ownership, deserves a lot of praise. I mean, for a town that kind of just vilifies the ownership, they've really built quite a team. And when they picked the coach, the one that we didn't even know about, who in turn picked the quarterback, when you think about it, we traded Ray Rhodes for Andy Reid. That worked out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who would have thought when Andy Reid came in that he was going to be this guy? I'll be honest, I didn't.
No one knew. I mean, no one really knew. He had no track record. I mean, he had never been a coordinator. He had never been a head coach.